one of them actually was pulling my mum's bed covers down.
That was me.
Yeah, probably. It wouldn't surprise me. Hello, I'm Patrick.
We haven't met.
Cheers,
Surprise!
Patrick. Yes. But then she pulled the covers back up. She opened her eyes and he said to her his name, and my mum was like, "Look, you're not very good at this haunting stuff, are you? Go away." And
really?
Went back to sleep.
Yeah.
My mum's used to it, so and he was quite friendly. This one,
but his name, it's me.
Yeah, and like I said, it's you, Patrick. No, he introduced himself.
Hello.
But my mum believes that this Pacific house is on some kind of vortex where people come through, but they come through to visit other people, and then they go back through.
And they just
so it's like a gateway.
Chat to your mum.
Yeah, they have a little chat to my mum on the way.
That was like I got the book over there, Poltergeist. Do you remember I don't know. I think it was the first one, 1981 or something. 82. Yeah. And I really liked. Oh, it's a really good.
Great movie.
Stephen King, was it?
Steven Spielberg.
Stephen King.
And Toby Hopper.
Yeah, and it's you got they've got all the stories around all the deaths that happened apparently on set, but I just remember it was built on a sort of Indian graveyard and things, so similar to that.
This is the Amityville Horror. That was built on an Indian burial ground.
It's because America feels so guilty.
Yeah, Americans killed so many Indians, they can't even fucking give them graves.
Yeah,
they build a house on top of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know? Fuck you.
They put them somewhere, and then
I bet they built a toilet right above where the fucking graves are. These typical Americans.
Oh,
just shit on people.
But these films are like a warning not to do it again. That's all
don't listen to America, guys. The fucking ghosts hate you.
Yeah, they'll come back and get you. So where were we? The house. Yeah, it was a trigger for the sleep paralysis for you and your mom. So that means it's the object, and that brings us to something that just popped into my head: haunted objects. Like everyone must have seen Annabelle, the movie, the doll. Go away and Google the doll, because it doesn't look like that in the movie.
No, actually,
it's a cute, soft thing that you would actually sleep with and not be scared of. It's bizarre.
But apparently, toys cannot be haunted. They manipulate the stuff around them, from what I know. So that the object is haunted.
Yeah.
But it's not like the spirit is inside the cup. It's like the spirit is picking the cup up and moving it around for you to see.
Oh yeah, I thought that though.
Same with Annabelle. The demon actually manipulates the doll into moving.
So the question that I asked myself some months ago, or a year ago or something, and I think it was after watching Annabelle, and there was something. Robert the doll was another one. It's like
Robert the doll. I know.
And and I started to think, isn't it? So this is quite a modern flat. You can stay in here. You don't think of anything. But sometimes older places, you just know there's someone has died in that place. I've got the old cameras. There's a camera there. It's a very old camera, 100 and something years old maybe, or 100, I don't know. But people have had that camera. The photos it's taken, those people are probably dead now. And
yeah, when I see Victorian photos, I think all these people are dead now.
Yeah, it's like we're just sick. We've got that mind, But
But I wonder what type of life they lived as well,
Yeah, like how did they get on, or were they successful? But this table, for example, you look at it. It's from IKEA. It's brown. It's there's nothing. I don't feel anything from it. I just think it's a table, same as this thing. But I bought in the bedroom. You see my secretary table, my writer's thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how old it is, but it's older, and I got it from the old antique shop. Things like that, I always feel like something.
Because
objects, like character or something,
Yeah, because
I don't want to sound too mad.
No, it's not mad at all, because touching this table, I'm putting my energy into it. This table hasn't had much energy apart from being cargo, but the one you've got
Life.
your dresser, it's got a story to tell. Yeah. So you pick up on all the previous owners. Maybe there was like a lot of love in the family, and maybe it picked up on that. Maybe there was a lot of hate or fighting or arguments, and it's picked up on the negative
So
energy.
you do think that some objects are evil? Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Not evil, but the energy recorded on them is.
Yeah, I like that, recorded on. I'm thinking of, it's popped in my head, like guitars, because I've got guitars, no one can see them. There's a guitar just behind you.
This one's facing the wall.
Yeah, I broke the string and it's reflecting on it reflects too much, everyone can see the light there. This guitar's a fucking shit guitar and it's about 300 watty, nothing special. I got this there's an electric guitar on the wall over there and it's a left-handed one. And it's not super old or anything, but it does have something more.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm sure you've been into a shop, like an antique shop, and you're drawn towards something. You don't even like it, but you're drawn towards it.
Yeah, and sometimes I won't buy something. That sounds like an antique dealer.
Yeah, I know.
But I wouldn't buy it because I feel somehow dirty.
It's the energy.
Yeah, you get energy from it, don't you?
Yeah. And this is why it's so... like touching stuff and stuff, you're putting your own energy into it, and when you set it on or whatever happens to this, yes, then the other people will start picking up on your energy.
Yeah, there's something.
So like maybe in 30 years time from now, a couple sitting there on a couch and there's me and you just talking away like this because we're leaving energy because we're talking about it.
Hopefully we're still alive.
And you can go like boo to them, yes.
So we can.
So if you was a ghost, spirit, who would you haunt?
Oh, good question. What do you mean by haunting?
Well, if you could pick anyone in the world, like, who would you like to annoy?
Oh, God. Fucking on the spot now. Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I would terrorise them.
Could you imagine this?
Only the evil ones.
You're just about to fall asleep, and every time you about to fall asleep, someone goes,
"Oh man, yeah, you wake them up."
And wake them up.
You just drive them insane. There was a very good film. So you and your mum really into it, this sort of stuff.
I had a Ouija board until I decided to get rid of it.
Where did you get that from?
I'm
scared.
You can buy them in the shops in America. Toys R Us.
I think they got banned.
We bought it online, and it got delivered, and I used it a few times, but
they're made of specific wooden things, and it's very. I'm very suspicious. It's the devil's toy, and if you play with it, sometimes it doesn't do anything, and sometimes it does do something. But my father once said, nothing's for free. And we were talking about that when he was explaining. Sometimes you play with the Ouija board and you get away with it. I don't think we should be talking about this, like Ouija boards and things. I don't want the kids to go away.
It's like...
But then again... Then the devil will come sometimes. So people that play with them, the devil comes and kills them, blows the house up or something, you know.
But my theory is on that, if you talk about and say they're bad, most of the time they might stay away from it. You know?
Yeah. Well, I was terrified by them.
My mum bought me one because I really, really wanted one, and I wouldn't really shut up about it. And she was like, "Look, but
you must have been disappointed when it did fuck all, like you know."
Oh, it does. It does do shit.
I've seen the videos and things, and
if you're really, really good at them, well, not really good, but if you're really stupid enough to use them a lot of the time, you can even sometimes get them to move on their own.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
You know,
that's like,
and
I wouldn't do one. I'd stay away.
Yeah, I stay away from them now. I think that
dangerous is the word, I think.
Because the energy you draw after the Ouija board doesn't want to leave all the time.
And I says that I don't believe, and I'm not sure, but I think that even if the Ouija board doesn't do anything, psychologically, it can. And kids that do them, they get really fucked up, like, you know, fear. It was a joke, or it didn't, and they get obsessed, because you can get obsessed with things, you know. A lot of TikTok now, you can go on and there's some idiots that do it on TikTok, and they're like, oh look, it might be joking and acting up for the thumbs up your arsehole likes and things, but other people go out and, you know, try to do it, and then they you know.
I think now, because there's so many like fakes, out there, people will might see something straight away, they think it's fake.
Yeah, but you never know.
But there's some of them, like some photos that you can't say are not fake. They've been sent, like before there was photo editing, they're sent to actual, people have found a photograph of a ghost, they've sent the film to Kodiak at the time. Kodak would respond with, say, the actual ghost is on the film, 100% that object is in the camera.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
You know, and so there's actual photos that experts telling people are real, not real ghosts, but they're really
real photograph.
It's real now, but
it's like you say,
now everyone's like it's fake.
Yeah, immediately.
It's fake.
But it's. I think the idea of Sherlock Holmes was to find the evidence to say to debunk something, and if you can't debunk it, it must be real. Mm-hmm. So he would catch the criminal by deduction and reduction of the evidence or something. You take everything away and you're left with the truth. But when you get these photographs, if you can't actually show how it was done, then you can't say it's a fake or real, because you can't. You know, you have to be able to debunk it. Like, you know, a lot of these conspiracy theories, they call it debunking.
Yeah, I remember excuse me. In London, there's a place called the London Tombs, which is opposite London Dungeon, and it goes underground, and it tells you like the history of the London Bridge and stuff like. It tells you how the bridge was built and
not
stuff.
Tower Bridge.
Not Tower Bridge, London Bridge. The old London Bridge, the wooden one that burnt down.
Yeah.
But also in the tunnels where this exhibition is, they do like a horror show. So like loads of zombies, people dressing up, scaring people. But what people don't know is that the London Tombs is called the London Tombs because it's in the middle of a London plague pit where they used to bury the bodies of the plagues. And I went ghost hunting down there once with a group of like about 15 people. And they said that, has anyone got the balls to go down there on their own and spend 50 minutes on their own downstairs in the tombs?
50?
I did it. I walked around there 50 minutes.
What did you do? Just sit
There's loads of weird energy flying around. There's loads of weird feelings and stuff. But it could have been that my mind knows what's around me.
Yeah.
But I just walked around. I walked around the exhibition. It was great to sit for free.
Plague.
Yeah. But you can actually, if you look close in the wall, sometimes you can actually, in parts, you can actually see the bodies.
Really? Like the bodies are still there? The skeletons?
The skeleton. Some parts are still there. Because they're so packed.
God,
they
horrible,
can't
isn't it?
move them. Yes, it'd be more trouble to move them. So some are packed in the wall still. But it's like, for me, it's like it doesn't bother me whatsoever. Yeah, I felt something like you had touched me on the shoulder. Yeah. I felt something like move its fingers through my hair and stuff like that. Probably Benji, the ghost, like, you know.
Benji's dead now.
Benji's dead.
Benji died. You know,
yeah,
because he's like.
But no, and
Benji the dog. If anyone
like sometimes I've been through we go on ghost hunting and there's other mediums there, and the mediums are some of the ones I've met are shit. They're fake.
Yeah,
I know they're fake.
I think you know, there was a very good series I watched. It was called Afterlife with Andrew Lincoln. You probably saw it. Mm-hmm. You have probably saw it. You've probably seen it.
Probably seen it.
Do you remember? And there he was the skeptic psychologist.
Yeah.
Very good. Go and watch it. It's a 2-season thing. It was done before Walking Dead, of course. Mm-hmm. And she was the medium, and I really enjoyed the series. And he took his students along on the first episode to such a... is it spiritualism?
Yeah, spiritualism.
And she had come into the theatre. There was obviously a hoaxer on stage, and he's like, give me that. Do you know someone called John? No, it was Jerry. Yes, Jerry, you could see. And then she got up and she was like, talked to one of the students, and you know, she's the real deal. And then Andrew Lincoln decides to interview her. But yeah, I think they play. People go wanting to, you know, to interact, and they do. And it's like these hypnotists. I don't know if it's really, you can't hypnotise me. I'm too wired to be hypnotised. I tried hypnotism once actually.
I've been hypnotised.
I paid for the fucking, because I was going so red on my face. I was paranoid about going red, so I wanted to be hypnotised. Tried to
Drain you of redness.
To sort of like because they
become a vampire.
Yeah,
it works. Yeah, you'll be as powerful as anything.
Yeah, but I read that like they could stop you smoking and things. So I thought, well, if they can stop you smoking, they can stop all the habits. My habit was thinking about going red, so I would go red and then even redder. My friend did the same thing. We would just sit talking about it and both start going red together. But I hated it, you know. So I went to this woman. I paid her fucking £50, man. £50. That's a lot of money. £50
to be hypnotised.
Yeah, she laid me on the bed. She wasn't even attractive.
And you woke up naked.
Yeah, and I was not really. She was in her house, and after I thought, fucking hell, man, I just lost £50. But anyway, it was an interesting experience. But to be honest, it was only the one time I went, but I was more relaxed when I actually.
I've been hypnotised. I was hypnotised for past life hypnotherapy.
Did you?
Where they took me into past life.
Past life.
Yes, we've all had past lives.
Were you
apparently.
a king?
No.
I don't think we all have.
I was a man living in London called George, and his wife apparently was working on a bread stall, and his wife was actually called Anna. Oh. Yeah, and same name as my wife now, and he died during the Crimean War. That's as much as I worked out. He died on a battlefield. He got injured in the leg here.
So they hypnotised you,
and I've got the actual birthmark on my leg still here.
But did the guy tell you this?
No.
So how did you hypnotised?
He hypnotised me. No, she
hypnotised.
Hypnotised me, and she basically put in front of me a door and like a wall, and she said, "Imagine like countryside in my head." And then she was like, "Okay, go up to the door and walk through the door." I walked through the door, and she was like, "Right, what do you see?"
Fuck, that's weird.
And that's what I described. And to now, I remember. It's crazy. I was like being hypnotised, and I was sitting in a fucking baby's crib type thing, not an old one, a baby crib, like a baby seat. I was a baby.
In her house?
Yeah, in their house. And I was fucking...
Wait. So you went round to this woman. Can you hypnotise me?
The woman hypnotised me, but in my past life...
Oh, you were in a crib?
I was in a crib. What the fuck was you thinking?
I thought that the woman says, come and
I don't know what you do in your spare time.
Yeah, you're sitting in a fucking high chair.
But
put this nappy on. I think her and her husband were having a great... I'm filming you.
Fantasies, this guy has, yeah? No, but in the past life, and I was sitting in a crib, and I had 2 pieces of chicken in my hands, and there's a reason why I love chicken so much. I don't know.
You had 2 pieces?
2 pieces of chicken like this, chicken. Like a fucking toddler, yeah? But I remember this now. It's like embedded into my own memories.
Maybe it was a memory,
Maybe it was a memory, you know, but I wouldn't explain why the house was like 18th century.
That's true.
Yeah, and there was no electronics and stuff like that. But anyway...
No PS5.
No PS... What boring.
Okay, back to objects.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to stop that because that might be something else.
Haunted objects.
Haunted objects. So haunted objects, you may find that in your home you have a haunted object. If you do find a haunted object, who are you going to call?
Somebody else, not us. You can put that shit somewhere else. You know? Haunted objects. Do you reckon there's anything? It just popped into my head now. Do you think there's like any haunted objects, like haunted dildos or something like that? Yes. I was just thinking about it because a lot of energy goes into this and a lot of hard work.
A lot of bad energy.
So you know,
lonely lady, angry at her husband.
You know, your girlfriend or your wife's dildo could be haunted by a big black man or something. Yes.
Jealousy.
There you go. Big black man. Yeah.
Big black dildo.
Big black dildo. Yeah. So, but you never know.
But they're fucking spooky because the Victorians did have dildos and vibrators.
They would connect them to the electrics and fucking electrocute themselves with a clear cable.
Yeah. I'm sure someone died by vibrator.
Of course they did.
You know, and when we talked about the electrical cables and hooking it up, those things were live.
It's quite literally a plugged-in baby, isn't it? Do you know that song, Plugged In Baby?
No.
By Muse?
Oh no!
About the woman
that.
No, I can't say it. It's about a young. Sorry?
I can't sing, but let's go.
No, I can't sing, but it's about
What are the lyrics?
I can't remember.
Plugged in baby.
Plugged in baby. It's called a song.
This is the X-rated.
X-rated, yes.
Is it Patreon? They have to pay.
Patreon, yeah, you got to pay extra.
You want to hear about black dildos, possessed dildos, and plugged in babies? Cross over to our dark channel.
There you go.
The dark whatever. But it's worth doing. It's quite fun. Actually.
Yeah, I like doing it. Last topic, Paddy, because I have to finish.
We'll get going. So coming back to objects, so they have bad energy or good energy, but there's a few that spring to mind now, and one of them is you probably know about some of these as well. The Robert the Doll. Mm-hmm. So Robert the Doll was a doll that was owned by a child in
It's like a sailor it's dressed as, yeah, from what I remember.
Sailor, yeah. Sailor, like a little sailor boy. Robert the Doll, yeah, Robert the Doll. It fascinates me, objects, actually, because I do think there's something about them.
Well, you've got your guy here.
Jeff. Yeah, Jeff's like my...
His little buddy.
He's my buddy.
His bedroom buddy.
Should have brought Jeff out. I'll bring Jeff out next time. But Robert the Doll was a gift to a little boy. The doll was like a big one, like that, you know, from the floor up, and dressed as a sailor.
It's about 3 foot, I think.
Yeah.
3 foot, 3 foot.
About a metre and just about a metre and a bit. I don't use feet anymore. I'm living here.
I use feet.
Still,
it's easy.
I don't remember it. Like, it confuses me.
3 feet to a metre.
3 feet.
3.2, I think it is, or it's a bit over.
Under. Oh no, 15, 14.
They can correct us in the comments because my maths is shit.
Yeah, it'd be nice actually for some comments, not just
guys. Instead of
comment,
just watching,
man. We want some feedback, biatches. You know who you are.
Yeah, literally like 40 people.
Yeah. Oh, it might be more than that.
Maybe.
Anyway, so Robert the Doll was, as I remember, it was about 1902, 1906, and it was in America. And the boy, he had a mum and dad. They got him with a doll. I think the dad was a bit of an asshole.
I can't remember. I don't know the story. I know the doll.
The doll became so important to the boy. He played with it all the time. He spoke to it and everything. And then he started to blame the doll for things that were happening around the house. If something was broken, it was Robert. True or not, freaky little kid.
Why break things? I wonder why. I've always wondered why it is.
Well, I used to have tantrums and break things, but you don't break something without knowledge. You break it in front of someone. You don't go and secretly break something.
Because, with Robert, it's more coming onto the lines of like poltergeist activity, yes? Possession and shit. Yeah.
But the interesting thing about that doll, and it wasn't Ed and Lorraine Warren. I don't think they had anything to do with that. No. It was put in a museum years and years later. So the doll was locked away in the attic, and then things were moving around in the house and things. But it got put in a museum, and for the last, God knows how long that it's been in the museum, but people will come to see this doll because it's a famous story, and they take a photograph or a selfie with the doll, and then the museum started to get letters. I don't know how this came about. And the letters are apologies, because if you don't ask Robert,
permission.
Bad things happen to you.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting. If I ever go to America, I'm going to go and see Robert the Doll, take a creepy, snappy a picture, not tell him, not ask him, and see what happens.
It's a very similar thing. Australia, was it Ayers Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate Australia. I don't hate
very
it.
quickly, people believe that rock is very spiritual, and it has hundreds of years of history of people doing spiritual worship there. But some people are told not to take the rock. But some people have taken the rock, taken it home, have loads of bad things happen, and then send the rock back, and then the rock gets put back into where Ayers Rock is, and then it all stops.
Probably because it's the only
pyramids are the same.
People do, yeah.
If you take from pyramids, curses.
In Polish, I know that word. Klątwa. Klątwa. It's curse to curse, yeah.
I don't know. See, I don't know curses, how much they're real or how much they influence our own mind.
Yeah. If if you believe the curse, it will happen. So yeah, that's Robert the Doll. And there was another one. Do you know the painting? It's a painting of a boy and a little girl. It's fucking creepy.
I know this painting, yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
There's a few
one,
that I don't like.
And then,
the paintings are weirder for me. They just, I don't know.
Screaming Man or something.
Screaming Man. That one. Why would you want that?
Yeah, you can see that on YouTube. It's
Screaming Man.
Is it Screaming Man or just write haunted painting, painted with blood, and it will be a picture of a man like, and
it's really uncomfortable. Yeah,
it is uncomfortable. And you watch the video, and he leaves the video on it all night and stuff. And
does it move?
No other things do.
Yeah, around. Yeah.
You know, but was it that one that started to set on fire, or was that something else? I don't know.
See, like haunted objects, it's quite common for people to have them and then think the house is haunted, but it's just the object. You remove the object from the house, then it's gone. Yes, but also sometimes the energy can transfer onto us, and this
we become possessed, or
not so much possessed, but it's drawn towards you to follow you.
So what, you have unlucky shit happen, like?
Well, no, you just see a fucking spirit from time to time, maybe hooked from you.
I don't see anything like that, you know. But I really think that if spirits are real, we probably see them every day.
Yeah, and this is why we think they're not real. Because we can't tell the difference.
Yeah. Are you at the gym? You finished with that, mate? Yeah, sure, mate. You know, it's like two worlds, like... You know, we didn't talk about dimension. Maybe we could talk about that next time.
See, this is that you correct. We can do dimensions next time. But what if they're not ghosts and spirits? They're from another dimension. So and it's us, but like
living at the same time.
Yeah, on different frequencies,
but in a different time.
See,
and it could be every 10 years.
We will go on to dimension because I don't think that time has a beginning, a middle, and end. I think it's like constantly happening all at once.
Here's one to finish on. Apparently, well, not apparently, it's true. Time is a man-made concept.
Yeah.
And if you go out into space, how time is calculated is completely different. You know, we age differently. You know, you age slower. So there's no such thing as time.
I got another thing. Another thing about space. Quickly, yes, right. We can leave you thinking about this. If there is no oxygen in space,
right there. Yeah.
How the fuck can we have a sun? Fire needs oxygen.
Yeah, I was watching something about that the other day. Yeah.
It's to do with the pressure on the sun that it's there, but I don't know exactly why. It's too technical for me. Yeah. But you guys can watch it and tell me in like layman's for an easier way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But basically, like, how is there a fireball in the sky when there's no oxygen in space?
It's a mind bender.
Yeah. So like, we can't explain everything. And we have to understand if we can't explain everything, then it's paranormal.
Is that paranormal?
That's paranormal. Yeah.
Paranormal.
Supernatural is with the ghosts. Yeah. So like there's loads of things we can't explain.
There's no sound in space.
No.
Either, you know, God.
That's why in space no one can hear you scream. Alien.
Oh, what's his name? William Shatner?
Yeah.
From Star Trek.
No.
People don't know him.
Helen Ripley.
Yeah, I know, but William Shatner.
Okay. Star Trek, original Captain Kirk, 90 years old now. He went up in Benzo's dildo rocket, you know, to the edge of space. And he's depressed now. Yeah?
You know, the actor, he's really depressed because he said he looked out and there was nothing. We're alone, that's it.
Yeah. The thing is, like, with universes in other, like, go quickly on to aliens have got the same problem as us. We can't travel to other planets, but if aliens can do it, they're much more advanced than us.
Yeah, and...
But they could be doing it through dimensions. And this is how they could be doing it. Instead of travelling, they sit through the dimension and it's not travelling.
So next podcast... Dimension and time slips, because I think they're connected, and I believe more in that than in ghosts.
Yeah. We can talk about Doctor Who.
Yeah, because he does something like that. I don't know.
Doctor Who's amazing. I can name all the actors.
Really?
Inform everything.
Jesus.
Yeah, I love Doctor Who. We can do some. And another show, Fringe.
I haven't seen Fringe.
Fringe is great. You need to watch 100 episodes. You would love it. It's about parallel dimensions.
Oh, I should watch that.
It's about parallel universes.
Write that down, actually.
It's really good. It's my favourite science fiction show. And then Doctor Who.
Okay.
So, guys, we're going to finish, okay?
We're going to finish. So,
Till the next time.
Till the next time, motherfuckers.
Yeah, dimensions. Don't forget about
Time slips and dimensions.
Yeah, maybe we'll do like a time slip now and you get it like in the past. We go to another dimension. Because some people believe that every time we walk, we actually jump dimensions. So if you're going to your door, it's crazy, yeah?
Everybody has their own dimension. That's fucking mind-boggling. Mm-hmm. Like everything, and we're all actors in your world.
Yeah.
Everyone, oh my God.
When I walk out this room, you don't exist to me no more.
Yeah,
you don't have to be loaded in.
People call it the Matrix, then the glitches. But
so I walk out here and Patrick's gone. Patrick walks in here and I'm gone.
Maybe we don't actually die. We just live this life. We're getting older and older, but everything, people that die, it's not real.
Could you imagine, like, we are in a simulation and then you wake up after 70 years like this and you're like a really, really good-looking person, like with pecs and muscles. You're like, what the fuck was I doing?
Yeah, what the fuck did I sign up for that?
Yeah.
It reminds me of Red Dwarf. Do you remember
Red Dwarf's great. I love Red Dwarf.
They wake up and what's the captain? There's the cat and there's the hologram and then there's Rimmer. Yeah, he's the captain, like the leader.
Yeah.
And he wakes up and he's like some kind of poor guy. Yeah. And, you know, it's like, wait there, I was the captain. What do you mean?
So what is it?
I can't remember. In Red Dwarf, they were on VR and they pay the money to go, and the whole thing was a game that they signed up for. And the cat's like, not a cat, he's a human.
Yeah.
And he's like cool and everything, you know, and he's got loads of money. Do you remember that episode?
So what is it?
What happened?
What is it? What happened?
I can't
What
remember.
is it?
I don't know.
No, I'm actually doing a reference towards you where he's on a time loop and Cat keeps on going, so what is it? And they have to explain. He's like 10 seconds out. So what is it? He keeps on forgetting.
Right, yeah.
It's on a time loop.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah, I love Red Dwarf.
There's some new episodes.
Is there some, I watched the movie. The movie came out last year.
Maybe that's what
I think that was 2 episodes, but they put it together as a movie. Yeah, guys, Red Dwarf, check it out. It's hilarious. Great British comedy.
So finishing again so I can edit it in. That's it. So
goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me. Goodbye from you.
Guys, see you later.
Boom.